Well, there are numbers because this isn't just gyan. This isn't just a success because someone is saying it is. The box office is speaking, and let's just show you what it's saying. It's trending across social media, obviously. It has already crossed the 100 crore mark, minted 132.25 crores on day 5. It is already among 2025's top 5 grossing films. And in just 5 days, viewer, it's crossed the lifetime blockbuster sales of many big budget recent movies. Take a look.
With a massive 36 crore Sunday, Saiyaara wrapped up its debut weekend at 84 crore net India. That's not just a win, it's a signal that the audience is ready for fresh storytelling and fresh faces.
आर्टिस्ट का टैलेंट रिव्यू करने का काम है तुम लोग का। ये साले ब्यूटी वाले स्लैब्स हगेंगे भी तो तुम लोग बोलेंगे वाह क्या हगा है। लेकिन एक अच्छा आर्टिस्ट भी जान लगा दे अपने आर्ट में उन लोग को क्या मिलता है? क्या मिलता है उन लोग को?
Saiyaara made 22 crore on day 1, 26.25 crore on day 2, and day 3 Sunday it saw a spike and it made 35.75 crore, which makes the weekend total as 84 crore net India.
It's rewriting the record books at the box office. I mean, in the first 3 days, for a film led by newcomers, a new lead pair has collected 84 crores in India, which is unimaginable, unprecedented, and I think it's a great achievement for the Hindi film industry.
In just 3 days, Saiyaara has already overtaken the lifetime earning of Student of the Year and is within touching distance of Taran, 2 films that also introduced new faces to Bollywood.
Saiyaara has been one of the biggest blockbusters of recent time with the fresh faces because it has certain elements of curiosity about the lead pair which was under wrapped, and that curiosity to see the lead pair with some amazing music are the 2 major factors of making this film successful. And then the release was also splendid, the production value is good, and most of all the director Mohit Suri, he understands the pulse of audience. He know how to create great love stories with broken characters, and that is what he did with Saiyaara.
Experts say it's the freshness of the lead pair, Ahaan Pandey and Aneet Padda, and the unusual decision to keep them largely away from the promotion circuit. The mystery worked, and so did the music, the emotional pull, and Mohit Suri's signature romantic storytelling.
पर 8 साल बाद एक विलन रिटर्न.
Not only did it surpass Suri's previous opening records, एक villain at 16 crore,
सिर्फ उन लड़कियों को टारगेट करता है जिनके वन साइडेड लवर्स हो. दिल टूटे आशिकों का मसीहा बनना चाहता है.
and Ashiki 2 at 6.1 crore.
तुमसे और इस कामयाबी से दूर. सबका एक सपना होता है लाइफ में. तुम्हारा सपना क्या है?
Saiyaara catapulted itself into 2025's elite league of top weekend openers. Opening weekend collection of top 5 films of 2025 have been Chhaava with 121.43 crore, Houseful 5 91.83 crore, Sikandar 86.44 crore, and now it's Saiyaara with 84 crore. As of now, it trails behind only 3 big ticket releases this year. So massive was the demand of Saiyaara that the release dates of a film like Son of Sardar 2, starring Ajay Devgan, was pushed back. No one saw this coming, not even other filmmakers. Saiyaara is rewriting rules on the screen. A breakout hit with long legs at the box office. All signs say yes. This is Abhiradhar reporting from Mumbai for NDTV.
And joining me live are two of India's most well-known film trade analysts and critics, Taran Adarsh and Girish Wankhede. Good to have the both of you here on India Matters. Thanks very much for your time. You know, an exciting story. But before I go to them, I want to bring in my colleague at NDTV, Arun Singh, who I hope has seen the movie, but he certainly has experienced all the hype around Saiyaara. What are you making of it, Arun? Is this just a great movie having a sleeper hit moment, or is there something more than meets the eye?
Shiv, I want to give it a name. I want to give it a term, and that would be fandemic. I mean, it has gone beyond that. It is something that the fans have made. It is something that the social media frenzy has created or attracted more people to go to the theaters and watch the film. Now, of course, I watched the film. I loved it. It has an Ashiki 2 character. And I think that is very important. The character has worked. While there are several films, which talk about Gen Z slangs, and then they want to bring in the complexities of modern relationships in 2025, adding that digital angle into it. Here, Saiyaara, takes a different road altogether. It sticks to its character. It doesn't mind being called the ripoff of Ashiki 2 itself. So it has a character, it sticks to it, and it doesn't mind being, let's say, in the same character that Mohit Suri had in Ashiki 2. So that, I think, somehow works for Saiyaara. And as you've been also been mentioning in the reports, that it's very smart PR. It's called no PR. That's what it is being called. And I think whosoever came with this idea was a genius, that they didn't let these lead actors come out, give interviews, because we've seen how other, young actors have had their stint or their debut. Like Ibrahim had huge, people had huge expectation from Ibrahim, and that didn't land really well. So I think learning from these experiences, maybe the makers wanted to keep them under the wraps.
I love it, Arun. Fandemic, PR without PR, organic, no interviews, the zero interview. I mean, this is stuff I love. I can't wait to get more into this, and maybe I'll find time to go watch it as well. But Arun, thanks for setting.
I don't mind watching it again, Shiv. We'll go together.
Awesome. We'll go together. Yeah. Arun is traveling. When he's back, we're going to go. Great. Thanks, Arun, for plugging into India Matters tonight. But Taran, coming to you, fandemic, people going crazy. Everywhere you look on social media, people in tears, people, all the memes. There's a craze over this movie. How are you reading this? Is this just a great film, or is there some clever stuff going on in the background?
I think I genuinely mean this statement when I say this, that Saiyaara is one of YRF's best films in the recent times. I genuinely feel that it's a beautiful love story, very sensitively told by Mohit Suri, who's known for making intense love stories in the past also. But I feel that there are three factors I would like to point out here. One is the love story, the freshness of the cast, and they have done brilliant. Both Ahaan and Ani, they have really, really performed exceedingly well, and the music, which is the soul of the film. The title track especially, I've seen the reels on Insta, and you won't believe the way the crowd is erupting in that song. I mean, throughout the movie, I believe that, the reactions have been superb when people are watching it. And my timeline is full of Saiyaara right now. And I'm sure everyone's talking about it for obvious reasons. Because here's a film which, as you rightly pointed out, that Bollywood is going through a lull, not a great phase actually. I wouldn't say a lull phase, going through a lull. But, I feel that, yes, there is, how do I put it, Thodi Khushi Zyada Gum phase, where we have a couple of films doing well or moderately well, and then there are some real big disappointments like Sikandar that came out recently. So I feel that a film like Saiyaara needs to be encouraged.
Yeah.
And especially the numbers that have come out is an eye-opener. It's rewriting the record books also.
132 crore in 5 days is crazy.
Yes.
I mean, that's more than...
And it's going to, I think the way it's performing is going to be 170 crore week
Yeah.
one, which
Yeah.
is unimaginable. I'm sure even
Girish, how
Yashar
you-
people wouldn't have imagined that.
Girish,
this
what
kind
do you
of
think? Is this normal? Was this expected?
No, not at all. Not
it was-
at all.
it
No
was-
one expected this. No one expected
Taran,
Saiyaara to
that was
perform.
for Girish. I'm coming back to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was not at all expected. It was beyond expectations because this is a huge number. Just imagine the Monday numbers, 24 crores is bigger than the opening day numbers,
Crazy.
which was 21 crores. And on Tuesday, it is 25 crores. So if you can see these numbers, Tuesdays are actually because of various offers which multiplexes give 199 rupees slab for all the tickets. So obviously the numbers are bigger. But on Monday it was 24 crores. So if it is making 132 approximate crores in 5 days, this is something unimaginable.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And of course, in addition to the three elements which Taran sir has said, I will always say it is purely a director's medium, and Mohit Suri is excellent. He's at the top of the game. And that underexposure of the actors, main lead actors from the press has also helped, because there is a lot of curiosity which is generated around these two phases.
I want to explore that aspect of it, Taran, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not having a large PR kind of exercise, or at least not a large conventional PR exercise.
Right.
Putting the actors out there. Nobody's interviewed the actors so far. You don't
Yes.
see them very much on social media.
Right.
They've been kept isolated from the entire publicity part of it. How does that work?
I wrote an article 2 days ago about saying that less is more. And this was specifically for Saiyaara. Why? Because, of course, as you know, the artists were never allowed to go out in public. There was no visibility as far as the artists are concerned, like how we see them nowadays, being overexposed. That was not there. Secondly, no mall visits, no city tours like it happens in every film pre-release. Then there were, no tie-ups with the influencers, tie-ups with the influencers to promote the film. The only thing that was promoted was the song and the trailer. That's it.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I think Mohit Suri was the only person who came on camera and spoke only about Saiyaara, nothing else.
Yeah.
I think that was very important. It takes me back to the 1970s when I was growing up. And in those days, we used to only have the theatrical trailer and the posters out there to promote a film. And today, Yashar has gone back to the same rule book and has decided to promote the new film in the similar manner. I think that's a great sign, because somewhere down the line, overexposure also kills.
So I'm wondering, Girish, will this make filmmakers reconsider, a high budget promotional activity and go for this kind of no frills approach, or that doesn't apply to all films?
That won't apply to all films. There are always stars who love to go to
In this particular case, it applies because they are two debutant actors. That's why.
Exactly. They are the freshness, and that freshness matters. So if you are making a film with a newcomer, then there is always a sense of curiosity around those, and it paid well. For Yashraj, nothing succeeds like success. Now we will take it as a case study and we will try to replicate. But as we say, every film has its own destiny and it comes with its own marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Here it worked, the public relations work, everything fall in place, and it is a huge hit. So obviously people will again try to replicate it. But as I said, every film has its own strategy, and here it worked.
Taran, what fascinates me additionally to all this is the production company, the house that made this film, has no shortage of money for promotions.
Absolutely.
They've got no shortage of money for promotions. They could have had an absolutely epic promotion for these two newcomers, not taken any risks, thrown a huge amount of paisa at getting them all over the country and being everywhere at once, and that may have additionally ensured success in its own way. But this shows that even big houses are innovating.
Yes, absolutely. I think it was a very intentional strategy to hide the actors. I'm using the term hide because somewhere no one knew. I mean, I'm sure, with due respect to the two actors, a lot of people didn't know their names prior to the release also. All they knew was the trailer, of course, and the songs that they saw the glimpse of the hero and the heroine. That's it. So I think that was a very calculated move to keep them away from the spotlight. Secondly, I feel that this strategy has also paid off because maybe perhaps this is what I think. Yash Raj wanted people to go and experience the love story with the newcomers instead of building up the expectations prior to the release and then going into the theater and then saying oh ye maza nahi aaya, ye bahut achhi nahi thi, whatever. So when they went inside, they were surprised, they were shocked, pleasantly shocked, because I feel that a film like this, I mean, I was watching it when I saw this film, I was completely hooked onto it. A lot of people in the industry told me that this won't work beyond the 18 and 25 age group. And I said, well, when I came out of the theater, and the first thing I told Yash Raj people was, well, I'm a 60-year-old man, and it worked for me, and it worked, and how? Yeah. I want to watch this film again. So somewhere down the line, I feel the audience is very open to good films. Love stories, love stories and music are slowly vanishing from the Hindi film industry. Well, you might argue that, हर film में गाना होता है, love story होती है, fine, that's fine. But, those are used as fillers. Even today when we play Antakshari, we go back to the older songs, the songs of the 60s, 50s and 70s and 80s, not to the newer songs. So now when you watch this film and, the songs, especially the title track, has to be seen to be believed the way people are reacting to that song. The music of the entire album is very good, I'm not denying that, but so is the love story, so beautiful. And the performances, I think, deserve distinction marks. Both the boy and girl, for the first timers, they are outstanding.
From an industry perspective, and final round of questions to you both, Girish, does this energize the market and the audience and the industry in general? Because like Taran said, it's been a bit of a low season as far as cinematic success is concerned in Bollywood. Does this kind of improve the mood and get people to the theatres now?
Of course, it will, because it will set a momentum. Now we have Son of Sardar, which will be releasing in the coming week, and then we have one of the biggest films, War 2, which will again be breaking almost every record under the sun, which is releasing on 15th August, and along with is Coolie. So there are big, amazing films lined up in this year, and this has already set a very, very positive momentum. So I think good days are here back again, and with such love stories, we needed something which is soothing, a good musical, because gone are the days of Betab and love story and Kaho Na Pyar Hai. Those were the days where every year we used to see love stories. But now with crime and with lot of shows on OTT, we were just devoid of good music. This film has got us back.
I mean, all the ingredients have ticked all the boxes. So I'll give Taran the final word then. Taran, the word disruption is a word we use very often these days to describe everything. But I think I can safely say, and I'm sure you will agree with me, that what we are seeing here is disruption at many levels. Am I right?
Absolutely. And I can tell you with a lot of surety and confidence that a lot of actors would be having sleepless nights looking at the collections of this film. Your earlier question really made me think, and I would just say yes. A film like Saiyaara revives, revitalizes, rejuvenates, and brings the confidence back of the industry. It's so important, for films to work and click in a very big way. And Saiyaara has done that. And I think, well, fingers crossed, I hope that the coming weeks also get us a lot of footfalls in the theatres, because if theatres exist, so do movies then.
If theatres exist, so do movies. Girish, I'm told I have time for just one more question. The cinema owners, the multiplex owners, what is the feedback you're getting from them? Obviously, they are smiling at the collections and the box office, but do they feel that this will be like a one-off thing, or now mood set ho gaya and people will actually get some good cinema going, and maybe, as Taran said, this will rejuvenate the industry even more?
It is going to rejuvenate because this has set the momentum, set the excitement, and the lineup is so strong. And this film is going to be there for at least another 2 and more than 2 weeks. So it is with full houses. If the weekdays are bigger than weekends, you can see that it will be there for another at least 2 weeks, and then we have got another big lineup.
Yeah.
So it has set the momentum, set the mood, and we are very ecstatic about it.
Well, and we extend our congratulations to the young team, to Mohit Suri, to the two young actors who have not given any interviews. Amazing. I even as a media wala, I congratulate them for not giving interviews. I should actually be sad about that. But I think it's amazing. This is disruptive, this is interesting, and it's great to see someone innovating in a space where we're usually only used to blasting PR in our faces all the time at every level. Great to have you, Girish and Taran. I learned a lot, and hopefully I'll go and catch this movie as well sometime very, very soon. Thank you. Thank you both.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.